Buddhism is one of the world's largest religions and originated 2,500 years ago in India. Buddhists believe that human life is one of suffering and that meditation, spiritual and physical labor, and good behavior are the ways to achieve enlightenment or nirvana. Buddhism is one of the world's major religions. It originated in South Asia around the 5th century BC with Siddhartha Gautama, and over the next millennia it spread across Asia and the rest of the world. Buddhists believe that human life is a cycle of suffering and rebirth, but that if one achieves the state nirvana, it is possible to escape this cycle forever. Siddhartha Gautama was the first person to reach this state of enlightenment and was, and is still today, known as the Buddha. Buddhists do not believe in any kind of deity or God, although there are supernatural figures who can help or hinder people on the path towards enlightenment. Born on the Nepali side of the present-day Nepal-India border, Siddhartha Gautama was a prince around the 5th century. Upon seeing people poor and dying, realized that human life is suffering. He renounced his wealth and spent time as a poor beggar, meditating and traveling, but ultimately remaining unsatisfied, settling on something called the middle way. This idea meant that neither extreme asceticism nor extreme wealth was the path to enlightenment, but rather a way of life between the two extremes was. Eventually, in a state of deep meditation, he achieved enlightenment, or nirvana, underneath the Bodhi tree, the Mahabodhi temple in Bihar, India. The site of his enlightenment is now a major Buddhist pilgrimage site. The Buddha taught about 4 noble truths. The first truth is called suffering, which teaches that everyone in life is suffering in some way. The second truth is origin of suffering. This states that all suffering comes from desire. The third truth is cessation of suffering, and it says that it is possible to stop suffering and achieve enlightenment. The fourth truth, path to the cessation of suffering, is about the middle way, which is the steps to achieve enlightenment. Buddhists believe in a wheel of rebirth into different bodies. This is connected to karma, which refers to how a person's good or bad actions in the past or in their past lives can impact them in the future. There are 3 main schools of Buddhism: Mahayana, Theravada, and Vajrayana. Mahayana Buddhism is common in China, Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea. It emphasizes the role models of bodhisattvas. Theravada Buddhism is common in Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, and Burma. It emphasizes a monastic lifestyle and meditation as the way to enlightenment. Vajrayana is the major school of Buddhism in the region of Tibet and in Nepal, Bhutan, and Mongolia. It offers followers a faster path to enlightenment than Mahayana or Theravada. The head of the Tibetan school of Buddhism and traditional leader of Tibet, the Dalai Lama, fled from China-controlled Tibet in 1959 to India in fear of his life. Many Tibetan Buddhists actively resist Chinese control of the region. Recently, the current Dalai Lama, who is understood to be the 14th reincarnation of the first Dalai Lama, has raised questions over whether and where he will choose to reincarnate.